Wait. Hey guys, so today I am going to be doing my top favorite book series. It's really hard to narrow it down. There are so many more, and I'm sure I'll talk about more in other videos, but just for the sake of this one, these are just kind of the top 5 that came to my head. So, let's get to it. First, I'm going to do probably the most famous ones, Harry Potter. This one is Prisoner of Azkaban, and I chose this one because I didn't want to carry them all up here right now. Plus, I don't actually have them all. Side note. This one is my favorite. And I also have my own time turner, so just saying. I absolutely love Harry Potter. I grew up reading these. My whole family loves them. I mean, I'm a nerd. I'm a super fan. I'm the one who has, you know, my little butterbeer cup and my wand and all of that. Like, it's fine. To save this video, I decided to show this one because for whatever reason, I have all of the odd numbers. So I have 1, 3, 5, and 7, which is the weirdest thing. I actually have the second one right here, which is actually not mine, it's my sister's, but I stole it because it makes my thing look a little bit more complete. But this one is the third one, and I chose this one because it's my favorite, although it is tied with the 7th one for my favorite. So, Harry Potter, absolutely love. Alright, the next on my list is probably the second most famous of my options that I have here, Percy Jackson. Now I know that these are super popular and you know everybody already knows about these, but I had to include it because it wouldn't be right if I didn't. These were my favorite books when I was in middle school. They are very well worn, if you can already see. They have a bunch of hair. This one has like tape all over it. Oh, that doesn't tell. Part of it is just like not even attached anymore. But it's because these have been very, very well loved. Recently, my littlest sister, she's 10, has been reading them all. She also loves books. I think she has books reviews on her channel, so if you want to go check her out. But I'll put the link in the description to hers. But anyway, so I love to read before I read these, but these are some of my most read books, I think. My favorite of all of these is the second one, Sea of Monsters. Has always been my favorite. And I do have the 5th one. I know if you're wondering, I do have the 5th one, but it's my signed copy, which I actually have all of these. I have a whole other set. This is my reading set, and then I have my other set that is all signed, and the only one of those I actually read is the 5th one because it's the only copy of that I have. So anyway, I'm just very careful with that one. That's why I'm not messy with it right now. And I actually did meet Rick Riordan. And I do have a story from when I met him, but that will be for another time. But yes, Percy Jackson. Moving on. The Mark of the Lion series. This one is one of the, I don't know, most touching stories I've ever read. They are very, very intense, and they deal with a lot of very serious issues, so I definitely wouldn't recommend these for young readers. My little sister would definitely not be allowed to read it. But as an adult read, these are absolutely amazing. There's 3 of them. And of these, probably the first one is my favorite. But I love them all so much. I've read them also several times. And the thing about these books is that whenever time I read them, it challenges my faith. Like, I'm so inspired by these characters and by the way that they lead lives for God. And I just think it's so cool to be inspired by a book and be able to read it and be like, wow, I want to have that. I want to be like those people and make a difference like them and have the same kind of relationships with God that they have. So beautiful read. Me and my mom, my sister, not my younger sister, my sister, she's 18. I love these and they're super beautiful. So okay, now I'm really excited about this next one. You ready? Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is my favorite. I just love these so much. A movie a while ago, and it's like I loved it, loved the whole series. They're some of my favorites. Then someone told me there were books, and I had no idea that they were based off books. These were actually given to me by a friend of mine who also loved Jurassic Park, and one of my favorite things about these books is that he wrote real sweet little notes at the front of them, and then at the very beginning it says, "Let the greatness begin." At the back he said, "You're welcome for the greatness," right there. So that was sweet. And then at the beginning of the second one, Greatness Part 2. It's real cute. I love these books. I actually only just read this one this semester. I read this one a while ago and then only found time to read this one this semester, and I actually found out that I like the second one better, which is like, what? Usually the first one is just always better, and because the first one of the movies is my favorite, and it's also kind of ironic because of all the movies, the second one is my least favorite, and so I had a lot expected for this one, but I loved it. It's so different. Like, the movie is basically nothing like this. 2 of my favorite characters from this aren't even in the movie, so Anyway, these are super cool. I always feel so smart when I read these, just because it is so like sciencey and stuff. Anyway, love these. And lastly, are some books, and I'm actually in the middle of reading these right now. They're very recent, added to my favorites. I finished the first and second. I'm reading the third one right now. I think there are 6. It is Anne of Green Gables. I bought this at a garage sale. Both of these, I have both the sets. The other one's over there on my other bookshelf. They're a little torn up. They have like the stickers and stuff that still came on it. But there's something about used books that I just love. The reason I love these books, like, basically me. Like, I relate to so much that she writes. There's so many things in here are just things I felt that I just never really could put into words. They're a coming of age story, and it goes from Anne when she's 11 to right now, the one I'm reading, she's in college, she's a sophomore in college, which is the same as I am. And just there's so many things like that remind me of my childhood and things that I thought then, and growing up being an imaginative person, like Anne just is like she says in the book, is a kindred spirit. It's just so cool. And then getting to read it now and having these same kind of situations and the same kind of feelings that she's having, even though she lived in a totally different time and a totally different place where I live and go to college and stuff, it's still really cool. So definitely recommend this. Read the first one in one day, so these are so good. I'm so excited to finish this one, which I only stuck right in here just so it would look prettier. Like, you can see that's my green bookmark right there inside it. So that's it. That is my top 5 series, and of course there are just so many that really, I don't really have, you know, like top favorite books ever. These are just some of the ones that I love a lot. Hope this inspires you to read some, and I'll see you later. Bye.